here we go again, off to Moby. We're going to go ahead and do some painting today. We did paint half of it already. We're going to go ahead and finish up painting the second half. We'll let the first half dry. We're using an Alkyd enamel hammer light. It's a pretty cool color. I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. We actually have another helper today. I don't know if you can see. This is Roxy Girl. So yeah, she's going to help us out, probably bark at a bunch of people. And we're trying to learn her some manners and get her out more, so hopefully that'll go good today. Anything else we need to do, Kai, today?
Not that I know of.
And I just want to say thanks for watching Live for Life. And yeah, we'll see you guys here in just a little bit.
You ready, Roxy? You ready? We go work on the bus? Go work on Moby? Yeah? You look like it. You have no idea.
So all we did for prep before paint was we cleaned it up. We scraped some of the bubbly rust spots off. The previous owner of the bus actually did a pretty good job of preserving it. He had primed it. He put pennies and silicone over all the holes where the seats were in. And all we basically did, like I said, was scraped any little bit of rust off. We swept it off. And then we're painting this right over that primer. The idea of this is it's going to be under the subfloor. If the bus were to ever leak in the future, it's kind of protecting the bus. I was able to get the paint for pretty cheap, so it's just basic insurance for that. The one downside I think to this paint, if there is one, is that it's very, very slick once it's dry. Hard paint, which is a good thing. But yeah, this is us painting it. We had to move things from the front of the bus to the back of the bus, and the back of the bus to the front of the bus. But yeah, it's coming along.
Go ahead and switch out the fuel sender that's on here. We've got the old style fuel sender, which is a lever arm, but if I was investigating why my fuel gauge wasn't working all that well, I pulled out the fuel sender that's in the bus and found out that the lever arm, I'll show that to you, didn't have a float on the end, which means the lever arm doesn't go up and down with the fuel level. So somewhere in this 100-gallon tank is a float. Not sure how I'm going to get that out. I just leave it in there. Another fuel sender, just goes up and down, the resistance changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to test these.
Funny thing is, I had tried this 2 other times with 2 other senders, and I left the battery on, so the battery ran out on me. I had to get a new battery in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it on ohms or resistance to 200. This sender is 0 to 90 ohms. It should be within range. So Triton is going to manipulate the lever arm here. I'm going to put my leads on the 2 leads where the wire's connected when it was in the tank, and he's going to move the lever arm. You should see a spread. I think 94 was the upper limit, 4 was the lower limit. The difference would be 90 there. So, and then where Triton's hand is where the float ball is supposed to go. I couldn't order just a float ball. After I figured out the reed valve back there doesn't work because it was out of range, I had to put this all back together and order for a third round, which I'll have to show in a future video. But pretty easy to test. You can see it moving there with the lever arm moving. So I'm going to reuse this. I'm just going to have to find a float or a new lever arm. We continued on here for the painting. The painting took probably 6 to 7 days. We put 2 coats on, but we did half of the bus at a time. And then we came back and painted that half of the bus again. And we moved all the stuff that we have stored on the bus so we could paint the other side. And this is us just kind of touching up for the final coat. It is a Hammerlight paint. I'll put a little photo in here if you haven't seen it, if I've put it in the video already. But you'll see it's pretty cool paint, tractor paint, real neat color. Might end up painting the outside. See what you guys think, and please comment below. But yeah, just coming along kind of slow, but we're doing it one day at a time.